Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with myself, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy.
Has anyone seen the disgrace? There's RB Leipzig. Absolute disgrace.
It was a disgrace. Man City demolished Leipzig in the Champions League. 7-0, 8-1 on aggregate tonight. That is a massive message that Manchester City are still the best team. Or were Leipzig just an absolute disgrace? Haaland scored 5 goals tonight, and Cundy would still have Harry Kane over him. Do you agree with that? 03 717 22 33 44. Kevin De Bruyne puts in a masterclass. That shows how good Pep Guardiola is as a manager. And EFL action tonight. Want to hear from QPR fans who were thumped by relegation rivals Blackpool 6-1.
Oh dear.
What has happened to QPR? My local team,
OMG.
Millwall, beat Swansea. Can this be the year we see Millwall in the Premier League? 03 717 22 33 44. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
How are we?
I'm all right, thank you very much. How is you?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Bumper night of football. Watch an absolute masterclass from Manchester City.
Yes.
It was look, we was having this discussion before the game, and you said, I don't know if this is a formality, it's a tough game. I said, I can't see anything other than a Manchester City pounding.
You did.
But the discussion that we did have was the first goal, the penalty.
Oh, I know.
I mean, was an absolute disgrace from the referee. The first half hour, the referee ruined the spectacle in a way, didn't he?
He was, and the decision to give the penalty was...
It's probably the worst decision I think I've ever seen.
It's disgusting. And I think in some ways I'm kind of glad that the game went the way that it did, because I watched the game, Leicester-Chelsea at the weekend, and some of the refereeing decisions from Andre Mariner were shocking. And it almost feels like you're being bitter, because if Chelsea didn't go on to win that game, you then feel a little bit like, because I'm a Chelsea fan, you go back and analyse those decisions from the referee. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Chelsea won it, it's easier to do, because you say, yeah, okay, it didn't affect the game. It didn't affect the result. It didn't affect the way, but it can do. It absolutely can do. Yeah. And when that's, I'm not even sure it hits his hand. It's a terrible decision. Terrible.
It brushes his arm. But, I mean, it's
not handball.
It's not.
It's not.
I mean, it's not handball. You know, you made the comment, and it was a really good one in what you said. You said, this is not football.
No, it's not. It's not football. It's not the game we want. And you know, if you're a proper football fan and you watch, take the hat off of your football club and you watch that decision, irrespective of who you gets given, you don't want to see that. And it was a terrible, terrible decision. But the good thing about that is, it actually didn't really decide the way the game went. No. So we can sit here now, we can analyse the ref, analyse that decision and say, to be fair, whatever happened, RB Leipzig were a disgrace. Man City were absolutely sensational.
Were Leipzig a disgrace?
Yeah, though? They were, mate. They were. I saw them second half at their place, first leg. They took the game to City. They sat back, they tried to contain.
But that's what Man City do to you. That's what they do, James. They're so good on the ball. You try and press them, they play out of it. Yeah. Eventually, you got to retreat.
Yeah, they didn't do it second half against their place.
It's at home.
No, but you telling me that's the only... I've seen teams go to City and cause them problems. The one thing you've got to do against City, you've got to show a pair of cojones, mate. You've got to at some stage, and not at any... And here's the truth. The first goal in any game always makes a big decision about the way the game goes. But what was unexpected was how quickly City scored the second. So the game, and City can do this to you, they can take the game away from you in seconds. Yeah. Now, the first goal is not a penalty. Haaland's dispatched it. Okay, fine. Right, we've had a bit of bad luck, lads. Let's make sure we,
minute later.
Less than that. It's 2-0. So you can't legislate for that. And then after that, it's Leipzig. I mean, after about 40 minutes, mate, they want to get off the pitch. They don't want to be there. The fans don't want to be there. They don't want to be there. And I felt that they were an absolute... I thought they were shocking to... But listen, again, City are a brilliant side. RB Leipzig, they're a good side in German football. But you're up against one of the best. On their day, possibly the best side in the world. when they flow. Maybe not seen so much this season, but over the last 2 or 3 seasons under Pep, there probably isn't a better side over the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Well, you've been moaning about Haaland coming into Manchester City this season and making them a little bit of a different side. He showed tonight what they paid the money for. Champions League, 5 goals.
Yeah, and again, he's a monster. He's a monster in front of goal.
5 goals in one game. Only him and Messi have ever done that.
He's a monster. I don't know what he literally is a goal pig. And once he sniffs goals, he's like a shark. You know there's sharks that smell blood? And you've seen them in the water.
What was a pig?
Huh?
Is he a pig or a shark?
He's eating a pig now. He's a shark eating a pig. You know, have you seen a shark? You've seen those videos where they bite down the blood and they go crazy. That's what he's like in front of goal. He's a goal shark eating a pig. I've got myself out of that or not?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure how you got out of it. It wasn't the best analogy.
No, he is. And you know, what do you say?
You still have Harry Kane over him.
No, I think Harry Kane's a better footballer. I do. I say that consistently. I've said it for years. I think Harry Kane. But what you can't do... Are you telling me that in that team, Kane wouldn't score goals?
He wouldn't score 5.
He may not score 5.
He wouldn't score 5, Jace.
No.
He wouldn't break the goal record like he's done in, what, how many games?
I don't know. He is he won the Golden Boot at the World Cup.
I'm not saying he's not a world-class player, Harry Kane, but he, for me... is what a centre-forward is everything you want from a centre-forward.
Totally agree.
Goals.
Totally agree.
Goals. All I want is goals.
Totally agree. But Harry Kane is more than that. Harry Kane is Harry Kane's a 10 and a 9. He can drop in. I think if Harry Kane plays for Man City, I think City win the title.
But you think they don't win the title with Haaland?
Okay, I think they're top of the title. I think Harry Kane brings players in. Harry Kane's you can actually... Both can be true. One is not exclusively right. Harry Kane is a brilliant footballer and a brilliant goal scorer. Haaland is a brilliant goal scorer.
I know you're a massive fan of Harry Kane. I know you are. You're a huge fan, and I get that, and I am as well. But come on, let's not get silly here. Haaland has got 39 goals this season.
Yeah, no, you're right.
This season, we've still got 12 games to play.
Yeah, but Harry Kane can go and break the Premier League goal scoring record. Let's not dismiss what
I'm not dismissing it, but there comes a point when you have to go, yeah, you know what? Let's stop the bashing of Haaland and his all-round game.
Who's bashing him?
Well, you are, because you're saying that you'd rather have Harry Kane in a team after you've just scored 5 goals.
But like I said, exclusively, not one has to be true. They can be both true. You can be both a brilliant goal scorer. In Haaland's the best number 9 in the world. There is no question of that. Harry Kane, for me, is a better he creates. He sets goals up. He scores within tries of goals. For me, Harry Kane's a better footballer. And I think what the City have missed this season is that kind of link-up play a little bit. I'm not taking anything away from Haaland. Don't come in here and say, oh, yeah, both can be true. Exclusively, not one can just... Both can. Harry Kane's a brilliant footballer. Haaland's a brilliant number 9, best in the world. For me, Harry Kane is the best 9-10 in the world. And that's how I see it.
When you look at the Champions League tonight, they've absolutely demolished Leipzig. They're a powerful side in the Champions League, but they haven't won it yet, Man City. What do you think is easier for them to win, the title or the Champions League right now?
Right now, I would say if I had to put a pound of Cundy money on it, what odds you give me? Give me odds.
What do you mean? Evens?
On both?
You got a decision to make.
Give me 1,000 to 1 on both.
1,000 to 1 on both. There you go.
Feels a bit more palatable, that. I'm going to go Champions League, you know.
What?
I'm going to go Champions League.
On what basis?
I think that with Arsenal right now, I think it's Arsenal title to lose. Man City, I want to avoid next round. Everyone wants to avoid City. There's 3 teams. Let's be honest. It's BeIN, Real Madrid, and City. Yeah. Avoid though, maybe Napoli as well. But I'm going to go. You avoid those 3. You're going right. Got half a chance here. So as a Chelsea fan on Friday when the draw's made, I don't want City. I don't want BeIN. I don't want Real.
Let's be honest. I know, but you talk about the Premier League and you look at the fixtures. We discussed them last night, Jace.
We did.
They've got some big games, Man City, but they still got to play Arsenal. Arsenal can still lose games.
Yeah.
So it's going to be easier for them to win the Premier League title than the Champions League. In the Champions League, Jace, you still might have to play Bayern Munich. You still might have to play Real Madrid.
Yeah. Over 2 legs.
So they've got, what, 6 games?
There's a lot of big heads in
home
there.
and away?
There's a lot of big heads in there.
So home and away they've got to the final.
Yeah,
they've got massive games.
In the Champions League, though, it's in City's hands. In the Premier League, it's not. It's not in their hands right now. There's a lot of football that's got to be played, and even if City play the most, if City win every single game this season in the Premier League, they still might not win the title. If City win every single game in the Champions League, they're winning it.